Hey guys, just here outside the Springbok Hotel at the moment here in Mbombela, Nelspruit. Sorry, the sun's a bit in the eyes, but we've just had the team announcement. Had Rassie Erasmus up, Bongi Mbonambi, and Jaco Paper. That video is somewhere on the channel, so just go have a look on the channel. You'll see it there for the full 30-minute press conference as well. But I just thought I'd do a quick reaction piece on the Springbok team that was named. Quite an interesting one. Of course, many of the players that were left in South Africa, we knew they were going to come back into the team. We knew the Boks were going to make changes, and not surprising that they did. I think the big question over there, the big news, is Manie Libbok at fly off, and Rassie backing Manie. Now on Saturday night, after Manie missed that kick at goal, there was obviously a lot of outrage, a lot of people in the comments, a lot of reaction to Gavin and my chat on Sunday, where we said Manie won't be thrown away, and a lot of people obviously quite upset about Manie's kicking, but yeah, Manie's general play has always been good. The kicking has been the one Achilles heel that he has. So by Rassie going out and picking him at fly off, he's certainly sent a message. He's doubled down in his support for Manie, and you can only expect that from any coach in his own players. I mean, once you start throwing away players, you lose the confidence of the team, and this team has shown they'll back players to the hilt, this management team, and that's nothing wrong with that. But Manie's now going to go out in front of quite a hostile home crowd, and under a lot of pressure this weekend against Argentina. Of course, the Rugby Championship's on the line. There's several permutations. Argentina can still steal the Rugby Championship from the Springboks, but in all likelihood, the Boks are going to probably win the Rugby Championship this weekend. Now, so I think Rassie's gamble is to say, well, look, Manie, you've got it here. Here's another chance, a chance in front of a home crowd. Do your magic and come out on top. Manie's a very resilient guy. He's fought his way to the top. He's been written off so many times before, and I know a lot of people are probably still writing him off right now, but he's a much better character than people give him credit for. He's a fighter. Yeah, he really is somebody who won't give up very easily. And I think we're going to see that this weekend. But yeah, doubling down, the Boks have sort of given them some insurance. They've gone with the 5-3 bench, with Andre Pollard as the backup fly-off on the bench, pretty much like they did in the World Cup. So they've got the insurance that Andre couldn't come on if needed and play if Manie does miss a bunch of kicks. And Rassie made the telling point in the press conference that they would be looking to have some insurance about how they're going to do the kicking. I can only think that probably means somebody like Ches and Colby might be kicking. Jaden Hendricks has also started. He's also kicked a lot as well in his career. So one of them might take the kicking duties. And I think Manie's probably a better player when you take the kicking duties away from him. But it's going to be a warm day. It's going to be a packed stadium. And my worry, of course, is quite simple, is that if Manie misses his first kick and the crowd get into him, that this might be a long afternoon for him. I'm hoping that I think Rassie and them have earned the trust of the country. They know what they're doing. They've won 2 World Cups. They know backing a player he'll come right. So I can only believe that's their plan. And you might not agree with it, and fair enough. You don't have to agree with all the selections that the coaches make. But certainly, he's doubled down and he's backed Manie. So that's the first thing that comes out of this team announcement. The second one is obviously he's partnering with Jaden. I think we're going to see Jaden take a lot of the tactical kicking duties as well. He's got a very good foot from the base of the ruck, and he's probably going to take some pressure off Manie there. So that has been part of what they've wanted to do as well. So I can see Manie being left to play his attacking game. The Argentinians, if you look at the permutations, South Africa will win the Rugby Championship unless Argentina deny them a bonus point or deny them any sort of points out of the game and score a bonus point for 3 more tries than South Africa themselves. That's quite a big task in any game, but playing away from home in front of a partisan crowd, you're going to have to really put the hammer down, and there's not many teams that can do that. They're going to have to seriously put on probably one of their best performances ever to do that. It's easier said than done. Of course, the stakes are very high, and anything can happen in professional sport. But I would say the odds still favour the Springboks to win that. I don't see Argentina doing that because it's such a high bar to clear that I think the Boks will still keep it. And if the Boks decide to play it tight, so yeah, I think it's a tall task for the Pumas. They are a very good side, and we shouldn't say that it's impossible, because it is very possible for them to do it. It's improbable, probably, but yeah, they are a good team, and they have upset a lot of teams. And if they get the wind at their backs and the Boks heads fall, I can't see this BOK team losing like that. Though I would be very surprised, and I think there would be deeper problems if they did. But yeah, saying that was the big Manie was the big question, obviously, in the thing. The other thing, which is the obvious positive headline, is even Etzebeth becomes the most capped Springbok on Saturday. We're playing his 128th Test match. He'll have passed Victor Matfield, and certainly gets a lot of praise from his teammates. I must admit, all the years I've dealt with Eben, constant gentleman, far away from his persona on the field, and people who actually get to know him think he's quite a joker and quite a nice guy away from the crowds. Sorry, guys, I had to move there. The sun was just getting in my eyes the whole time. It's just my eyes are burning with the sun. The sun is quite low on the horizon, and straight in my eyes. So yeah, I just moved a bit there. So yeah, Eben is certainly one of the guys who is seen very differently by the public and for his rugby persona than he is by his teammates and those who deal with him. He's a fabulous character and really one of the stalwarts of South African rugby, one of the legends. And I'm really glad for him. It's going to be a huge day for him and his family. So we're going to obviously be a celebration. The other changes, of course, Ches and Colby back on the wing. We expected that. Damien Delenda back at centre. Jaden coming in to start. As well. Kobus Reinach dropping to the bench at 9. Manie at 10 is another change as well. Then you have the return of Siya Kolisi leading the side. He playing with a broken nose. He's going to go for the op in a week's time. And then obviously Peter Steph du Toit, the guy who just doesn't know when to stop. On the other side of the scrum as well. At lock, Eben, obviously the one four-lock, Ron Nokek keeps his spot, and he's really grown, and he's been, I know there were some problems in the lineouts last week, but the Boks have been backing him as well as a five-lock. They don't have too many options, to be fair, at five-lock at the moment, but he is certainly, he started the season, he wasn't even in the mix as one of the squad members, but he's really sort of stood up and really, and he also is a workhorse. He puts in his tackles, he does so much work off the ball for the guys that he's really an asset in terms of that. Frans Malherbe, Bud Spencer comes back with Bongi and Bonambi, with Ox probably the strongest front row that they have at the moment. There's a whole bunch of World Cup winners in the squad, and then interestingly, not going with the bomb squad at the back, going with a 5-3 split with a full front row and Vincent Koch and Malcolm Marks, Gerard Steenekamp as the front row to come on. Very good front row as well to come on. And then no lock backup. Elric Lowe will be the lock backup if they need. I could think if that probably happens, Peter Steph du Toit will move to lock, and then you've got Kwagga Smith in his regular role off the bench for the Boks as well. At 9, Kobus Reinach is the 9, but the speed, lots of experience there coming onto the field. Andre Pollard's obviously, everybody knows Andre, knows what to expect from him, and then the other backline players, the Kanyo who's playing more and more a role in as a sort of utility back for the Springboks, playing 12 and 13, and he can pitch up on the wing if he needs to be. So lots of experience in the BOK team. They feel they've got enough there to go for the jugular and win this game, end off the rugby championship in style. I did put it to Rassie in the press conference, and you can watch it as well. What happens, Argentina can obviously come run at you because they're going to come to score 3 more tries than you. And he said, look, we're not here to stop them, we're here to win. And that's the attitude of the Springboks at the moment. So yeah, there you have it. That's the BOK team for today. It's a very good team, and the weather here is now turned in Nelspruit. It's about 30 degrees already. This is a different type of heat. Anybody who's been to the Lowveld will know the type of heat. Expecting 31 degrees on Saturday at kickoff. That should be wonderful. It's going to be a great week for shorts, and today obviously being a public holiday in South Africa, Heritage Day, a bunch of braais are going to be happening as well. So a lot of people around enjoying their public holiday today. It's a work day for us. It's a work day for the Boks, and but when you're doing rugby, every work day is a wonderful one. I'll be back later in the week as well. I'll be with Gavin again. We'll be doing our preview on Thursday. He's on the road from Cape Town, driving up at the moment, and then and then we'll be at the game and do a review after the game as well. But let me know your thoughts. What do you think of Rassie backing Manie? Is it the right move? Do you think Manie still has a role to play? I certainly think he's got more than a role that a lot of people think he has. And I just want to put this scenario to you: is that maybe next year, 100 Pollard has been injured quite a lot. Sasha Feinberg and Mngomezulu is injured at the moment. And so we could have a situation next year or going to the World Cup where both of them are injured and there's not a third for life. Of course, there are other options. Masuku at the Sharks, Jordan Hendricks at the Sharks, and there's a couple of other players coming through as well. The Boks do have options. But if you think that, and I think people should also realize this, there are about 30 tests to the next World Cup, 35 odd tests to the next World Cup. There's not much time to blood players. There's not much time to bring players through. The Boks have made their choices. Manie is part of their squad, and so they're going to back him because you never know when you're going to need him. And I think it's a good thing because my personal view is we shouldn't be throwing players away in South Africa. No matter how good, they can all play a role. Work on their shortcomings, get them right, and because Manie has won games with his boot as well. Just think for the Stormers against Ulster and La Rochelle, 2 big kicks he put in at the end there. So anyway, that's my view on the BOK team. Let me know what you think about Manie, what do you think about Eben's record-breaking feat, and what do you think about all the other changes. And if you haven't already, please smash that subscribe button. It's now Heritage Day. I'm going to go off and have a braai and quite enjoy my Heritage Day and do a bit of work while I'm braaiing as well. But have a good day and keep watching the channel. There'll be more of these videos. Cheers.